Giovanni. Shook the 30 out my jeans and settled down, cause I couldn't stand her. My shit wanna fuck on Prada 5, I love my Vandal. Everything I black.
I'm finna react to jobs tier list.
Just put the fries in the bag, bro.
Where's my drink?
I ordered the 10-piece chicken nuggets.
God, what's
Yeah, fast food worker gotta be F tier, bro. I swear.
Hurry up!
It's almost done. Jobs! You love them, you hate them. If you're a longtime fan of my channel, let's be honest, you probably don't have
I worked
them.
one job in my life.
Yeah, sure.
Got
Some
fired.
people, having a job is a sign of hard work, education, wealth.
It was my fault, to be honest. It really was, but I really could care less.
Like that. The reality is, not all
I wanted to
jobs
get fired.
are equal. Some jobs are a lot shittier than others, and at times it doesn't even matter how much they pay you. If you're thinking about getting
What,
a job,
bro?
it's very important
To the point, I'll work any job if I get paid a lot of money.
weigh out the good and the bad, which is why today I'm gonna rank them.
Teacher F.
Teachers
F.
responsible for single-handedly carrying the next generation,
Especially
of kids
high school
while being paid
teachers.
fucking nothing to do so. I know for a fact that anyone trying to become a teacher in 2024 is doing so strictly for the love of the game, because I don't know how the hell you even deal with all the bullshit that comes with the job now.
Yeah, bro, teachers
Imagine
is
having to
F
teach
tier,
literally
bro.
the most brain-rotted, ADHD generation of kids yapping about fucking gooning and Diddy parties, how to read, do
Bro.
math, or pay attention in lectures longer than 30 fucking seconds, all for like 40 grand a year. The older I get, the more I understand why Walter White was like, fuck this shit, I'm gonna cook meth, because no matter how passionate a teacher may be about teaching, the effort isn't rewarded at all. Like, after already being worked like a dog throughout the school year, teachers have to literally spend the summer crafting an entire blueprint on what to do the next year, completely unpaid. I didn't even know that. I thought teachers got a nice summer break
What?
paid off, like, hey champ, you earned it, go buy yourself a nice Happy Meal.
Okay, that bumps it to even lower tier than F, because they don't get to enjoy their summer, bro. It's a lot of teachers I hate, but to be honest, I'd be mad too if I was a teacher. I yell at kids too if I was a teacher, to be honest, because that seems miserable.
But no, that just doesn't happen because they're paid only for the school year, meaning that for the entire summer they are doing schoolwork for the next year while unemployed, which in today's economy means that most teachers have to work a second job during their summer break just to survive. I remember when I was a kid, I used to see one of my teachers working at Home Depot during the summers. At the time, I was like, wow, he must be really passionate about home improvement. No, he's fucking broke! And they wonder why teachers are quitting in droves. I mean, shit, if I was a teacher, I would too, considering that ever since COVID, motherfuckers can't even read anymore, and students are disrespectful as shit. Kids are gonna be
bro,
kids. I get that. But Jesus Christ, there's an actual...
I seen a lot of niggas yell,
from robbing school
argue with the
property or
teachers,
going
bro. I
ham
would
for the
not
teachers.
deal with
It's
that,
getting
bro.
brutal out there. What's the point of even trying to create a fun, engaging class environment when you're barely getting paid and the students are the ones bullying you? I completely understand why some teachers would have mental breakdowns in the classroom because the shit they have to deal with is just ridiculous.
Bro, I would not be happy.
There's always going to be kids that are disrespectful and angsty towards teachers when they're growing up. That's just how it is. And you're right, but at least back then, teachers could respond by beating the shit out of them. This and that.
Fast food, another F
Fast
tier.
food. Chances are that you're either a young buck trying to get some work experience or a 45-year-old wondering where it all went wrong. Because let's be honest, nobody likes working in fast food. The pay is shit, it smells like shit, the customers suck, and your value as a worker literally boils down to nothing more.
I seen
Just
somewhere
putting the
it
fries
was
in
like
the
a
bag.
large percent. No, a niggas did test. I forgot what percentage was it, but it said but some percent of fast food it got like human fluids, and bro, I hate thinking about it, but it's probably a nigga who spat on my burger or something. But and that's just fucking, that disgusts me to think
That's
about, bro. That
actually
shit
the very
nasty.
reason why customers feel empowered to treat you like shit. Because even though the job itself isn't very hard, fast food workers still gotta put up with so much bullshit mentally with these customers. You get absolutely no respect. Like some random 16-year-old will get berated over the price of food they can't even control. Or God forbid they make a mistake in an order. Sound the fucking alarms. I swear to God, bro, some of these freakouts, you'd think the employee ran over someone's dog. But no, it's all because some fat ass only got 7 Big Macs instead of 8. I mean, I guess the one positive and all that.
Now, sometimes they do be hoeing niggas with their orders.
You get dealing with these people for God knows how long.
Like,
will give you thicker
give me
skin.
my
But again,
fucking
nobody
food,
deserves
bruh.
being treated like this. I feel like the phrase
Bro, they be bullshitting. I know they be
has given the
bullshitting.
green light to some of the biggest assholes to make an already miserable minimum wage job even more miserable. And these problems get even worse when you end up understaffed and have to somehow compensate for the massive fucking volume of customers during rush hour. But the one thing that can actually make this job tolerable for you are in fact your coworkers. If you happen to have chill coworkers, at the very least they can slide you some drugs to get you through your shift. So I'd say this is like a D. Also,
No.
fuck Burger King.
doctors.
A doctor is one of the most highly respected professions in the world. It requires an immense
I wouldn't want to
amount
be
of
a doctor
schooling
though,
and
because you just see
expertise. As a
niggas
result,
die every
patients
day,
trust you with their health
and like that
well-being. Sure, you
guilt.
spend a whole
Like
decade
if
of
you
your life
fuck
studying
up,
and developing-
if you fuck up during like an operation and you just kill a nigga, and you gotta tell to their family that they died, that'd be, bro, that's heartbreaking, bro. And I wouldn't want to deal with that, to be honest. I'd rather just sell drugs or something. I would want to be a
mental
doctor.
disorders and have a ton of fucking debt to show for it, but you know what? At least I get paid good. Now, the ranking of the doctor job is kind of difficult because obviously
It's either C or
pediatrician
B.
is going to have an easier day-to-day than like
Unless
a brain
they-
surgeon, so you can't really compare the two
I don't
equally.
know.
So instead, I'll focus only on the one type of doctor that I would personally pursue as a career. You see, if I was a doctor, I know for a fact that I would specialize in plastic surgery. The internet and reality TV has made people hate themselves so goddamn much that being a plastic surgeon in LA or Miami is like the fucking
I know they
GTA
get
infinite
money.
money glitch. BBLs, boob jobs, nose jobs, hair transplants, whatever the fuck this Giga Chad face trend is. Plastic surgery covers it all, okay? And be honest, it's not like people just get one surgery and call it a day. Chances are, if you think your nose is too big and you get it fixed, maybe all of a sudden you look in the mirror and your lips or your cheeks start bothering you as well. And you go in for another procedure, and another one, and another one. Oh, but this one fucked up, so now you gotta get another one to fix it. Oh, hey, can I die getting the surgery? Yeah, you can die getting the surgery. Don't care, I need a fatter ass. And it's just this constant cycle of hemorrhaging money over insecurities that as a doctor, I would
Nah,
love
same
to-
shit apply though.
I would
If you
say
fuck up
plastic
a bitch
surgeon is not
BBL
one
when
of
you
the
kill
best
her,
jobs, but one of the
that,
best
that,
jobs,
bro.
period. They make a fuck ton of
I wouldn't want to live with that, bro.
themselves, and if you practice in LA, you're basically in the Mecca, so S tier.
DoorDash, I gotta add, but DoorDash a cool ass job, to be honest.
With full business.
It don't pay a lot
DoorDash
though.
drivers on paper
But
are
it's
the
like-
easiest job in the world.
I swear, yeah, it's
just
easy.
bring the food from point A to point B. Anyone complaining about that aspect of the job seriously needs to shut the fuck up. But as far as the pay goes, it doesn't get any worse than DoorDash.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like DoorDash is, it's like a good job, like a chill job, but it don't fucking pay a lot. But it's like one of those, it's one of those starter jobs. Like if you trying to like, I can't think of what. If you just want some little money on the side, you get a job at
$2
DoorDash.
for every delivery you complete, which a lot of the time is people driving extremely long miles every day just to be paid in these fucking pesos. Sure, you can grind out a bunch of orders, but depending on the area you live in, the rate at which you can even get orders varies. You could be spending like half an hour waiting for an available order until finally, by the grace of God, Jimmy from Cleveland, 30 miles away, needs a bagel for a whopping $3. You know,
What
I
the
saw
fuck
a
is
TikTok
this?
where a dude was flexing about how he made $500 in a single day of DoorDash. Wow, doesn't that sound great? Oh wait, hold on. After he spent 16 hours on the road. It shouldn't take a genius to realize that when you spend more and more hours driving, you also gotta factor in the cost of gas and
Gas.
car maintenance, all when you aren't making shit. Now, of course, there's also the tip, which is paid by the customer and goes 100% to the dasher. But unfortunately, a shocking amount of people don't tip, or if they do, not much. Unless you do this as a side hustle and not full time.
Yeah, so I'm saying, okay, yeah, side hustle.
You gotta put all that energy into something better to make money.
Scamming, A tier.
Scamming is a high
That's
risk,
S
high
tier.
reward profession.
Unless you get caught.
You can pull it off, you will make
Yeah.
a lot of money. But if they catch you slipping, you're facing up to like 30 years in prison, bro. So if you are gonna scam, instead of filing a job application, at least try not to commit something like bank fraud, because you saw some dipshits doing it on TikTok. Stick to the low-level scams if you want to avoid prison time. But unfortunately, a lot of these low-level scams have indeed lost their aura, because unless you're over the age of 65, scamming is not as simple as Steve Johnson calling from Microsoft or the free iPhone you just won on 123 Movies. So anyone with any
I swear, no, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was that free Robux and that free V-Bucks that used to get me, bro. If I, bro, that used to get me. Made me download some whack ass games on my phone. But it like they asked my credit, if I for some reason if I was a little kid and I had like a credit card information, wait, that would make sense. I could just buy the V-Bucks. If I knew my social security number and they would have asked to give me my social security number, I probably would have gave just for some free V-Bucks. But that shit used to get me every single time I saw it.
basic
I was
tech
just-
literacy,
I wasn't
these
broke, it was
scams
just
are
that-
very obvious.
My parents ain't wanting me to spend some money on some bullshit game. Bro, if I didn't spend my money on Roblox, on Roblox, nah. I like Roblox. I still play it to this day. But Fortnite, that shit suck. Why, bro? I still remember my mom put her card on my game. My mom put her car in the game and she forgot to take it out. I spent like $100 on Robux. She got mad at me. I ain't get beat though. I ain't gonna lie. Man, I thought she was gonna tear my ass up, but she didn't.
It wasn't shocking to see my fellow creators shilling a bunch of crypto bullshit like cock token to their audiences.
What the fuck? Wait, what is this?
Dig deeper than that. Basic tech literacy, these scams are very obvious. You gotta dig deeper than that. Now, coming to you as a D-list YouTuber, it wasn't shocking to see my fellow creators shilling a bunch of crypto bullshit like cock token to their audiences. Many of these scams, funnily enough, came right after a pandemic that left a lot of people desperate and clinging to false hope. And with that in mind, that's exactly what you need to become an elite scammer. Personally, I think the most profitable scam that exploits desperation and false hope has gotta be catfishing. And the best part about it is that anyone can do it, it's a lot more low-key, and as long as you're not technically lying in your messages, I don't think it's a felony. Now, let me make it clear that I'm not endorsing any of these activities.
Is he exposing himself?
Pretending to be someone you're not solely to finesse people desperate for human connection out of money is evil. But at the same time, part of me has to respect the hustle. Like, really think about it. For around the same price of the latest NBA 2K game, you can start catfishing literally right now. I'm not exaggerating when I say this, but there's a non-zero chance that DMing enough lonely, chronically online degenerates with a single thigh pic and a Cash App link is the only thing standing between you and generational wealth. You'd be surprised how many people out there
I don't even want to speak of my experiences
over a person they just met online. This is a serious
if I ever get famous on,
is your responsibility.
No, when I get famous on YouTube, I'm gonna tell my experiences on this. I'm not gonna speak about it right now.
Make it worse. S tier.
Therapist. I don't know, to be honest.
How many clients you have, you can make a good amount of money as a therapist. Unfortunately, a crucial part of this job is having to actually listen to your clients yapping about all their stupid fucking problems for an hour. Like, bro, can you keep it to yourself? God damn!
News reporter?
Being a news reporter seems like a chill job. Yep, sure the pay is kind of ass, but hey, you get to be on TV, and all you gotta do is read a damn teleprompter. On most days, I would say this is like a C tier. On most days. You see, for every normal day on the news spent talking about the weather or a mass shooting, there are some days where the job of a news reporter gets a little bit more interactive.
Oh, I remember that.
In the event of a hurricane. Apparently during a hurricane.
I forgot what it was, but it was some news niggas. I think it was Ukraine and Russia. Some news niggas went to Ukraine and Russia, and some niggas was dying just to try to get the latest scoop on motherfucking the war. That's, man. If I was a news worker and then my boss told me I gotta go to a business trip to Ukraine, and bro, miss me with that. I'm quitting that day. I'm quitting the moment. I'm quitting the moment my boss tell me that. I'm like, this is not the job for me, boss. And I'm leaving. I'm leaving because I look like risking my life. I'm not dying for that, bro.
And it isn't enough just to have a guy on TV repeatedly say, hey, we got a hurricane coming, evacuate to safety. No, for some reason, these motherfuckers send their news reporters directly in the line of danger. It makes no goddamn sense. The headline would be some shit like,
don't tell me ignore my Khan Academy, I'm supposed to do work. Don't tell me I'm Ukraine. Damn, my shit lagging. Yeah, I knew I wasn't tweaking. Knew I wasn't tweaking. I seen that shit on CNN 10.
100 dead from hurricanes. Stay the fuck inside. And this the reporter on the TV. And from what I could find, I don't even think they get paid extra for this shit. So like, why? Why the hell would anyone put
miss me with that, bro?
It sucks ass for both the reporter and the cameraman. Best case scenario, you almost died. Worst case scenario,
you
die. D.
From Marvel Studios.
There's no use fighting.
In 10 days.
This ends today.
I'm watching that shit.
Picture this. You're 18 years old, you just graduated high school, and you love computers. So you decide to go to college and study computer science. And after just 4 years of grinding your computer science education, which 90% of was Indian YouTube tutorials, you have now graduated and are ready to become a software developer. But to your surprise, the hardest part about being a software developer isn't even the work itself. It's getting the goddamn job. Trying to get a job as a software dev for a big company like Google or Facebook is like trying to find a YouTuber who hasn't DM'd minors. It feels impossible.
Me?
You gotta go through like 7
That's me,
rounds
bruh.
of interviews before
Well,
you
actually, I am a minor,
get
so I
rejected.
DM minors
These
all the
interviews
time.
can span for months, which makes getting rejected, or at worst, ghosted after giving so much of your time and effort.
Yeah, if I ever get
interviews
finished,
feel like a
this
giant
clip gonna
waste.
come back to haunt me,
people always
bruh.
wonder why software developers are so socially inept, but dude, if you spent months of your life dedicated to coding interview after coding interview after coding interview, I guarantee you wouldn't be able to answer a simple question like, tell me about yourself, because there's nothing left in you at that point. But once you actually get the job, it's like the exact opposite. You're not sweating your ass off coding a cure for cancer in under 10 minutes. More than likely, you'll be writing code and working on projects at a more relaxed pace while balancing a bunch of meetings on top of it. Obviously, some days could be a bit more stressful than others, especially the more experienced.
But that's
you are in
just
the field.
that's just life.
Any job really, but to compare that
Yeah.
with what you have to go through to get the job is night and day. The pay is great, the environment is extremely chill, and in about 6 months you can expect to get laid off, but this is an A tier.
Actor, it's a
Unless
good
you have
job
connections
until
in
the
industry,
paparazzi.
Becoming successful as an actor is very tough. A lot of it boils down to luck, because you could spend 20 years plus doing acting gigs and never break through. But at the same time, like gambling, it could take just one opportunity to change your life forever. Like the bitch from the Progressive ads. She's been doing this shit for like a decade and makes $1 million every year. I know she definitely didn't expect this to go on for as long as it has.
She get $1
especially when
million?
She got the job, yet here she is. But yeah, most actors are broke, so give up. Retail and fast food kind of feel like two cheeks of the same ass. Still underpaid, same shitty customers, but just a little less stressful. I will say the nice thing
Retail
about
just
retail is that you're not
Walmart. Yeah, hell
constantly
nah.
trying to
Actually,
deliver
I'd rather
to
do
a customer
retail
like
to
you
be
would
honest than fast food. Because at least with retail, you get to chill sometimes. Well, I feel you get chill more in retail than you do fast food. Especially, bro, if you, unless you so, bro, no, to be honest, yeah, both really his ass. But if I had to pick, I'd choose. I'd rather work at Walmart than McDonald's. Yeah.
be working in food service. But even though that's the case, retail somehow ends up attracting the biggest NPCs on the planet that I honestly don't know how half of these people even function
All you gotta
on a
do
daily
is-
basis.
nah,
It's
if you
like
work
the
at
second
the-
people walk through those sliding
work at
doors,
the
their brain
cashier, just
instantly
scanning
turns
niggas'
into
shit.
mush. For example,
That's a chill
literally the
job.
second you
Have
walk
one
through a
little
grocery
AirPod
store,
in,
you will
just
see
listen to
a
music all
big
day.
ass dairy sign all the way in the back, sometimes even with a goddamn milk PNG slapped on it, telling you exactly where to find the milk. Yet somehow, these motherfuckers will be mindlessly roaming around searching for the fucking One Piece until eventually asking you, the employee, where it happens to be. And this doesn't just happen in the dairy aisle, it happens in every fucking department. But in the same way that retail has brain dead customers, they're also the entitled ones. These are the Karens that consistently shop at the store, bitch about the price, and then expect a discount for their loyalty. But when the cashier, who's only worked there for 2 weeks, doesn't have the authority to do that, it's typical for the Karens to start arguing and threatening things like, I'm never shopping here again, or you just
Hey,
lost
bitch,
yourself
we
a
don't
loyal
care.
customer. Retail is also a lot slower than fast food, which makes the job so goddamn boring. At least in fast food, the intense pace keeps your depressive thoughts about the job at bay. But when you work in retail, where the time goes very, very slowly, the voices only get louder, dude, which is really bad and doesn't help when right around November 1st, Mariah Carey begins her annual piercing of the eardrums for every fucking retail employee nationwide. D!
From the screen to the
Hey, that is S tier.
life is like a
S
video
tier.
game.
As a career, being a Twitch streamer could be
S-tier.
really nice in terms of money and the amount of work you do. But that's only if you're one of the top streamers.
Oh yeah. See, like me, this is not my job yet, so I don't really know. This is just the passion, to be honest. But this shit kind of cool though.
To get a following
I like
as a
making
small streamer
videos.
on Twitch because the platform is dominated by the people with the most viewers and streaming hours. And in order to compete with that, you need to grind. Strictly from a health perspective, the grind of a full-time Twitch streamer has got to reduce your life expectancy by at least 25 years because devouring fucking Grubhub on the daily and never leaving your house or your gaming chair is so unbelievably bad for you.
Hey,
and
bro, if you
leads
make
to so
it,
many
you
goddamn
get
health
that bank,
problems.
though.
On top of that, Twitch is also a very volatile platform. You can easily get banned and lose your entire livelihood by tomorrow. Twitch will literally drop the ban hammer on people for the dumbest shit. Yet for some reason, the top streamers and like a bunch of OnlyFans girls are immune from it. You are not competing on an equal playing field. You know what? Just
oh yeah, she left. We chilling.
to visualize this, let's play a little game. I'm gonna give you 3 choices, and you tell me which one out of the 3 got a permanent ban on Twitch. A, nudity. B, getting fucked on stream. C, endorsing terrorism. The answer is none of them, thanks to the lovely moderators on Twitch. And dude, some of these streamers are repeat offenders, yet there are no fucking consequences. But hey, don't say the word simp. That's a no-no there, buddy. C.
Wait, they banned the word. Oh, hell no. It's a bottom job too. Power to the people though, but that ain't me. That ain't me. I am not risking my life for this country. Bro, no. I only risk my life for the niggas I know. I'm not risking my life for the country, bro. No. No. I don't even risk my life for niggas on the game. I'm not, I'm not
here to disparage anyone serving the military. It's one of the most honorable things to do, and I respect their sacrifice to the country.
Yeah, like power to them, but that's not me.
Being a soldier in the army, let alone during an active war,
that's not me, bro.
To me at all. For starters, they don't pay very well. So the way military pay works is you have base pay, which is guaranteed, and I'm gonna be honest, base pay is kind of shit, and stays shit for a very long time, increasing gradually based on your rank and years of service. Not to be selfish, but if I end up having to put my life on the line, I'm not doing it for minimum wage, bro. But in addition to that, there are a bunch of other non-guaranteed add-ons to the paycheck depending on your circumstance. Like, say if wherever they have you stationed doesn't have you living in the military trenches, you'll be provided with additional money to pay for your rent and food, which I think is really nice. And you also get a fuck ton of benefits as well. I honestly feel like it's the military's PR that pisses me off more than anything, not even the job itself, because they spend so much money on these annoying fucking recruiters to show up everywhere. I've gotten like hundreds of army recruitment texts when I was a student, and I can't tell you how many times they would pop into my school trying to groom the 1.2 GPA motherfucker into enlisting. They would straight up say shit like, you can get this amount of money, or buy this new car, just the lowest hanging fruit. If you really need to get people in the army,
I feel like if I join the military, I'd die by some stupid shit. I'd like step on a landmine or something and get like sniped from 200 meters away. And like I love my life, bro. I'm not dying over this country, bro. Unless it was like you would either die right now and save the country. I gotta die, and if I don't die, the country explodes. I might consider it. I probably would die, but if I'm in a war, I'm not dying for the country, bro. I'm full on surrendering.
World War II edits on TikTok. Leave me the fuck alone. But yeah, besides that, military is a B. So yeah, that's the list. Obviously, there are a lot more jobs I could talk about than the ones I listed here, but then the video would be too damn long. But on that note, what is your dream job? Leave a comment. I
don't even gotta say what my dream job is. I'm doing it.
Yo, I can't eat little. Shoot out in a park, talk twin leg flank. We gotta split up. I sang on these beats inside the courtroom. I just shut up.